Hello everyone, welcome. Today is another update video with new pickups and such. I do have a few box things from my thrifts that will also be in the thrift show, but these are big boxed old games, so I thought some people might be interested in seeing those besides, seeing a generic game in a case of that. I mean, some games have good cases, but I mean, that was just a random example. But I mean, seeing a lot of old PC games and stuff that have a lot of weird contents could be a little interesting. I know there's a few people find those interesting, so I think I'll still show those on my update videos. But like, just the standard cases and that you can see in the normal thrifting episode. But today we're going to start off with something in Pacific that I have joined. I joined it last month when I heard about from Lazy Game Reviewers. Oh, a reviewer. Lazy Game Reviewer. And it is a thing called the Indie Box. Bring back the Indie Box. This is my very first one. And I have opened this part of the box, but I haven't actually opened the actual game. Now, I seen this on GOG and about just everything that does digital distribution, so it's some kind of flying game with that. I'm not 100% sure. It looks kind of like a weird shoot 'em up game with that. It has a few reviews in the back. Game Informer, Your Gamer, Joystick. So that's. I really do. I do like the art that is used on the digital front store, and that it's very nice. But let's go and take a look. We have to be very careful, obviously, because we don't want to ruin it. They really put this thing really airtight. This looks like about the only spot to get a small bit of the plastic. And from there we walk. Now I do have a lot of stuff to show besides the few boxes from the thrifting, but I wanted to start with the indie box because, well, it's something I haven't talked about yet on my channel, and it's something I've been very excited to be a part of. And I do have a little criticism, but that's just very minor. Man, they really made this crap really freaking airtight, but that's good. That's good, actually. Keeps it all in shape. Okay. Throw that down there with all the random other crap. The box is very nice. I always hate trying to get the tops up without bending it. It's gonna bend a little. Sometimes I like to use a little trick by putting a little flat piece, like a nail file. Okay, let's see the contents. Sorry about the delay though. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and pull out the contents and look through them one on one here. There's supposed to be a lot of interesting stuff in here. Okay, and I always see a problem, sadly. It looks like my booklet is messed up. That is sadly very, very disheartening now. The staple in there is really awful. So, I'm not sure if the indie box does like any kind of returns or anything for that. It looks like the one piece of it broke off, or the staple didn't staple properly. And let's see how What does it hold together? Well, it still kind of holds together still, so might not be that big a deal, but it is a bit of a disheartening now. So we got a very black and brown kind of color scheme going here, explaining the controls. We can use controls. We got upgrades and that. It's pretty nicely big, and the text and images are nice and big too. They're not like very small or anything. They're very nice to look at. Yeah, that top staple's a bit of an issue. I'm not sure if I can do anything about that. I don't really have an overgrown staple to get that in the middle fixed. That's a bit of a shame. Has a code to get a postal. Well, I'm not too worried about that, but if you're interested in this postal, feel free to take that as a nice little pick. So let's see. Next, we have a soundtrack. And I know a lot of these come with soundtracks. That's very nice. We got 9 songs, and there's a exclusive bonus track on there too. I'll have to check that out. Let's see what other stuff we got here. We got, looks like a indie box sticker that's stylized with the theme of today's box. That's very nice. I wonder if they do that with all the indie boxes. We have a newsletter, issue 1. So apparently this is something completely new. I believe there's been 4 indie boxes so far. So, a message from the indie box. Oh, I haven't actually explained what the indie box is, have I? Bad me. The indie box is an attempt to make boxed versions of basically indie games, or pretty much stuff that's never had a physical release. So, like, I even said, hey, you should get Shovel Knight in the indie box. Get a physical version of Shovel Knight. That'd be awesome. But yes, that's the idea of the indie box, to bring back the box. You can go to the website. You can just Google "Bring Back the Box" or the Indie Box, and basically you can subscribe. It's kind of like the Loot Crate thing that like everyone, the mom's been doing on YouTube. But I mean, unless you like collecting a whole lot of random knick-knack shit. I mean, nothing against anyone who likes knick-knack shit that's geeky. That's fine. But, like me, I'm a huge gamer, so I don't have a lot of space for knick-knack shit. Unless it's something I really like, those like Solitaire from Dark Souls, a few characters that, like Kanji, Professor Layton, Chocobo. Now, merely the Angry Birds were given to me, so bleh. The little slime came with Dragon Quest 6, if I remember correctly, on the DS. But, yeah, it's really, it's a game. And sometimes they come with bonus stuff. I think the last one came with a bonus game, so, the one negative I have to say, aside from anything else I may find while going through this, is that it's, while it's not random, you don't know. Like the Loot Crate, you subscribe and you get one game every month, and everyone gets the same game that month. And you have no way of knowing what it is, and you can't refuse it or skip, and I mean, that has its ups and downs. Obviously, the down is, not everyone's interested in every game. But positive is getting physical releases of DRM-free games in boxes. That's awesome to me. And hey, look at the upside. If it's a game you're not interested in, you could probably sell it for more than what you paid. If you subscribe for a year, I believe it's $16 a month, if I remember quickly. And that's if you don't use a discount code, which they've announced several discount codes here and there randomly on their Facebook and Twitter and stuff. I nabbed, I think, a 10% one, so I got a little off. But yeah, that's the indie box. So let's mosey on with the indie box. I'm kind of interested what's in this news little. A message from the indie box. Hey there, indie box fans. We're excited to introduce you to our first ever news little. We felt it was best to move all indie box businesses out of the instruction manual so we could dedicate them purely to the game themselves. With the newsletter format, we'll be able to present articles for you what about. Additionally, we'll be expanding our indie spotlight beyond just screenshots and now including an actual interview with the creator. It has been such a pleasure working with Valmbier on this collector's edition. It is brilliant, and it takes a shoot 'em up. Yeah, so it's a shoot 'em up. It's also that is also a triumph of the resurge of pixelated graphics. The indie box family of games is that much richer is for being able to include it on the shelf. We know you'll enjoy playing it over and over again as much we enjoyed giving the indie box treatment. You have so much in store for you coming in the months. We're growing in ways that we never imagined, and all because you believed in us. Thank you so much. Whether this is your first indie box or whether you got the Oreo copies, it's your continued support that allows us to keep going. That's very nice. Let's see, we got instructions of everything that's in the box. Kind of has a little image there to kind of show it. Nothing too fancy there. Let's see, the phenomenal example of a modern shoot 'em up. It's up to you to kill as many as you can before you go down yourself against a seemingly endless barrage of enemies in the increasing crowded skies. Over 100 possible playing combinations. To celebrate Shoot 'em Up month, we decided to take a closer look at a handful of games that help define the genre. Space Invaders, Xenio, I can't pronounce it though. Xenior, damn it. Scrabble, Wyden. Of course, Wyden really did a lot of stuff. Let's see, we got sponsors. Super Scrap Robot. What kind of show off the sponsors, eh? Why not? Let's see. And why is Five Nights at please don't tell. Oh, they said they were going to start dropping hints on Twitter. Don't tell me Five Nights at Freddy's October. I just bought that. I just bought Five Nights and Freddy. Oh, this is also something I'm not going to like about the indie box in a way. I mean, on one hand, I really want physical releases of stuff, but, you know, on the other hand, if you already beat it and played it and bought it, I mean, unless you really liked it, you might not be so excited about getting a physical indie game to watch. Let's see. So he had an interview with Five Nights at Freddy's, dude. So let's go through this. Indie box. Question. According to your website, it looks like this is the fourth game. Is that right? The Cradle. No. I've made hundreds of games, but most of them will complete crap. The indie box. Is there anyone else that helps develop with Scott Games, or is it just you? Just me. Where did the inspiration come from to make such an incredibly unique game? I had made a cutesy family-friendly game before this, and it was attacked pretty viciously by people online. It threw me into a depression. I gave up game making. People said that the main character, who was surprisingly supposed to look happy and friendly, looked like a scary robot. Something snapped at me, and I said to myself, I bet I can make something a lot scarier than that. What has been your reaction to the viral growth of the game through YouTube Let's Plays? It's been amazing. My kid would always watch the Let's Plays, especially Markiplier, oh, name drop though, they absolutely love. So when my kids were away at summer camp and I saw that Markiplier did a video of Five Nights at Freddy's, I was thrilled because I knew I would be the coolest dad ever when he got home. Has the game been a financial success? Is the vitality of the game helped that? I'll have enough to keep the lights on. Funny. You'd have to play the game or watch it to get that. Do you have any plans for your next game? It would be foolish for me not to work on a direct sequel. Yes, indeed. What kind of games did you grow up playing? All the greats. The Super NES, Final Fantasy, Zelda, Super Metroid. What systems did you have, if any? Super NES is all anyone needed. I'm waiting for the hate mail, Sega fans. You hear him, Sega CD Universe. Go to Five Nights Freddy's Twitter. Give him hate mail. He asked for it. Is there anything else you'd like us to cover? I just appreciate the support from everyone out there. I really never expected this game to be this popular, but it makes me so happy that so many people seem to enjoy it this much. As a lifelong gamer and game maker, there was nothing more rewarding. You can pick up the free demo of Five Nights Freddy at scottgames.com, and the full version is only $5. It would be foolish for me not to work on the sequel. And it got a little ad for... Probably a little hard to see though. Little ad there for Five Nights Freddy 2. Grand reopening. Yeah, bring back the box. I like that. If you're actually watching this indie box, I like the little newsletter. Keep that up. I actually like the little interviews with other indie developers. Not necessarily the one that the box is themed after. Though I have high suspicions this is the October indie box. It just kind of makes sense because I think yesterday or a day before they said some hints should be going out. They apparently do some kind of hint thing. I'm not exactly aware of it, but this might have something to do with it. So I might be a little fearful of that. Oh well, that's not a biggie. There's worse things to get physical copies of. Not that saying that. Five Nights at Freddy's interesting. But, moving on. We have, it looks like it's a patch to sew on to like a coat or something. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't really do patches, but, it has a little stray piece right there. I might want to snip that off so it doesn't come undone. Looks like comes with a little medal too. And it looks really nice. Let's see if the camera focus though. That looks very nice. That's a pretty nice little goodie. See, this is one of the things I am really liking about the indie box. You're always impressing me here with some of the goodies. Let's see, and it looks like we have a little plane we can make. Ooh. So the wrapping for some of this stuff's a little mish. But hey, I guess something's got to happen to make stuff affordable, eh? Pretty nice stuff for about $16. And this, let's see, how do I open this? I've seen people have these. Let's see, and that's a Steam code. I obviously don't want to show that. I'll probably give that away. But, ooh, is that a magnet? No, yeah. So okay, can I get the, no, it's a stickle. I'll put that right there. So there's a little magnet in here. It's a nice little case for, what you're going to see the DRM free game comes in. So, first, instructions for how this works, in case you're curious, because I haven't seen anyone show those. So let's see. Place the thumb behind the card and raise the area with the index finger on the top of the card. Push your thumb and pull. Watch a video. So it pops out right there, yeah. So here's the actual game, the DRM free version. As far as I'm aware, all these are DRM free, but it does come with a Steam code. So it's a little card thing, and you can pop it out for the USB that the game is on. So you have a very nice looking thing, and you can chain it on to something if you want to wear it or that. That is pretty nice. I like the extra protective case too. A little magnet also is kind of interesting. Where does one open though? And kind of slides around a little inside. It was a little odd though. That's why it's like a foam thing. So here, I'll show what it looks like inside the case there, yeah. So that's pretty nice. And it has a Steam code that I will most likely end up giving away. Because, you know me, I'm pretty anal about not really getting Steam versions of stuff if it can be avoided. Like my DRM free stuff. I have to really say I really like the indie box themed. I really hope they do that with all of them. That's actually really nice. Not sure if I want to use it anymore. Actually, what I think would be nice if they like did a magnet, like make a magnet version of these. But then again, that's probably not a good idea, because that would probably screw up the USB thing. So that wouldn't be a good idea to ship with the game. But I would like a magnet version. So aside from the only complaint I have is that the booklet's staple there, well, was screwed up and came out. So aside from that, everything looks pretty good. I'm not too thrilled about a shoot 'em up game. I'm usually in RPGs, as you all know, but I have to say I am impressed, and I look forward to seeing what other stuff the indie box. This is kind of a pain in the ass to get out too. Make sure you don't push in all the way. And it has this little, but I kind of like the little card thing. That's pretty interesting. I would think, I don't know how many copies of these they usually make, but they do get sold out. The first indie box is, they apparently make additional copies, and they sell them for $24 on their website. And the first indie box is sold out, so in theory these could become very good collector items. So I'm liking that. The box is very nice. It came shipped very well. Supposedly this shipment of this indie box, they took better precautions, because I've seen some people's indie boxes in previous videos get crushed in sometimes. So the packing looked pretty good, so hopefully I never end up with that issue. But, well, you can't help how the people that handle the mail sometimes treat shit. So I have to say I like that. If you're interested in the indie box, I definitely recommend checking it out. So I'm sorry that probably took so much time. Holy shit, that did take a lot of time. I'm terribly sorry, but I just really wanted to kind of show that as a first impression. So I have some cards here, and you probably know what that means. And these are actually pretty big. These are like the size of my freaking hand almost. I wasn't expecting these to be that big. But I did indeed have the next Persona Arena game pre-ordered. And it came very oddly in this box thing here. You got the cards, and you also got Dancing All Night with Teddy. Okay. No, you don't get the game, but you do get a blow-up Teddy kind of punching bag thing. I used to have a punching bag when I was little, so it really reminds me of how it's shaped like a punching bag, and it was a pain in the ass to blow up too, by the way. Very big pain in the ass. And then of course you have the game itself. Personally, I find the cover a little odd, because I mean you have you wearing like a Wessel belt version of Teddy there, and it's, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to me. And I love how they have a picture of Adachi in there, just to be dicks because he's DLC. But to be fair, Adachi Muio free DLC for the first week, so I definitely recommend downloading them now. Even if you don't own the game, you can download them. So if you have no plans to gain, you have no plans to gain this game new, go download them. You have till October 7th, I believe. Damn, hiccups. You have until October 7th. There's no codes or anything in the game. You just go to PSN and you claim them. So, definitely recommend. I also took the little sticker that was on the plastic I put there in the cover. And, of course, like most Atlas games, color! Oh my goodness! Got lots of freaking color in there. And it's pretty good thorough booklet, too, which is pretty abnormal for a lot of games. And I don't think there's even a multi-language in this one. Nope, it's all English. There's no multi-language in it. So that's all just English. So it's a pretty thorough booklet on the game and fighting in it. So that's definitely very nice. It's a shame for anyone who is too late to get a limited edition. I would definitely recommend trying if you can find a GameStop or something that may still have them, because that's the only way you get these cards. Of course, some people think it's a big ol' dick move that you have to get the limited edition, because at least these will pre-order special stuff with no price difference. But a lot of people think it's a big dick move to make Persona Q's limited edition only come with the rest of the cards. Which of course is a subjective opinion, but hey, I can't do much about that, sadly. I'd love to do more about it, but I can't. So, get stuck there. Now here, this was a really exciting game. My in-source with the manager at GameStop helped me greatly to find this game, and it came a long way from New York all the way to Missouri, complete with its artwork, its case, and its booklet. Get that receipt out. Hexus Force. This game usually sells for about $40 for just the UMD alone. So I'm very happy, and again, oh my goodness, I didn't realize one of the pages was loose. Wow, that's a bit sad. It has the staples in now. But what? Oh my goodness, I think it's a... There's no holes in this page. This booklet, it didn't get stapled. Is that the... No, that's even in the wrong spot. I guess whoever owned it goes right here. It didn't get stapled. That's hilarious defect, but color and everything, very good for Atlas. Wow, that's a bit of a oddity there. I don't think I've ever seen that with a PSP game where it messed up on the booklet. Well, I guess it can't be perfect. But yes, I'm very happy to get a copy of Hexus Force. H.C. Bailey's been playing it. It looks very interesting. And it's not something that's very easy to come by, and especially with its case and everything. So I believe I got it for $16, $15, somewhere around there. Actually, I had the receipt though, actually. $16.19, yes. So that's very excellent for everything, and very good condition. Whoever owned this did a good job taking care of it. It will have a nice home here, and hopefully we can get around to playing it too. I've been wanting to get some PSP and DS stuff going. So Hyrulean Warriors was something else I picked up. I did a whole stream of Hyrulean Warriors, and it does have some color in its booklet. Actually, I don't remember if I showed Hyrulean Warriors in my last video. If I did, I'm sorry, but there ain't a whole lot about it. I will have video in there about it. If I have always showed it, terribly sorry. Newest pickup here is a recent game from our nice Disgaea team here. This is a very odd game. It's been getting a lot of bad reviews, which is of course very normal for a JRPG in America. That's not very odd. This is supposed to be like some kind of really odd tactics game. It doesn't have color, which is a shame. I've heard some people call it's kind of like a tactics Dark Souls game, so I'm kind of interested to check it out. I might stream some of it, because I've been wanting to do a lot more streams of stuff I'm kind of playing for Forced Depressions. Okay, now this particular package is not from Remote RPGs, but he is what got this to come here. So, what do we got here? Mr. Remote RPGs, John Tickle, you might recognize. Yes, I got this for about $20. It usually goes for about $40. As you can see, it's pretty easy to tell why I got it cheaper. The inside is very clean. I haven't tested it yet, but as long as it works, I'd say I made out pretty alright. I mean, if you're like a really, really big collector, yeah, that's awful, but well, games and money don't fall out of the sky, you know, so sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Now, at the Goodwill, I found the bongos for Donkey Kong, Bongo Konga, or whatever the hell it was called. I don't know if they work, because I don't own the game, but they were $6, and these usually go for about $10. And, well, as far as I could tell, they seem to be alright. But like I said, I don't know if they really are functional until I get the game. But, not a bad pickup if they do work, $6. If not, you know, I'm sure there's something else I could do with them. So moving on to some of the stuff I've gone in my pickups of that, my thrifting. These are some interesting finds I thought would be interesting to show off. This is a MS-DOS game of where in America's past is Carmen Sandiego. It has its box. I do not know if it has all of its contents, but it does have some interesting contents. So let me pull all this stuff out here. Show off everything it comes with here. So first thing that immediately is weird is this really big fat ass booklet. Holy crap. Now at first I thought, did someone stuff a book in this game? But on the back it advertises Will is Carmen Sandiego stuff. So I'm like, this is an actual thing you need for this game. And it's what happened when a chronological life and events in America, the essential collection of facts and dates from 986 to today. This is like crazy ass shit here. I can't even imagine, like, this is part of the game. That's crazy, right? Like, how many games can you say that? Then I did briefly look at this a little. It's kind of like a newspaper, and it has a wanted poster on the back for Carmen Sandiego. I was kind of thinking, yeah, it's a user's guide. You can see it right there. That's what I thought. So it's a very interesting instruction booklet, basically. Let's see. kind of look through here. Oh, deal. That's pretty. It's not really faded or anything. You got the. This is very nice. This kind of reminds me of like Earthbound's walkthrough guide, where it's like really well themed and everything. That's really nice. That's very nice. Nice mugshot there, Carmen San Diego. Look a little old in it, by the way. Let's see, and got some advertisement. Looks like nothing too fancy though, obviously. Then inside we actually have the contents of the game in this little envelope slot here, plus some other stuff. So, being an MS-DOS game, there are the big fat floppies. And of course, the amazing discovery of technology of small floppy disks that holded more. So that came in two forms, and there's these wanted cards. Got all these little wanted cards, which I'm assuming all the people Carmen San Diego could disguise as or something, I don't know. Well, there's some guys in here actually, so I'm not sure what's up with these. Let's see, they have stuff on the back here. Let's see, what's this string? Gang. Looks like it has story elements on them. Once you got the San Diego heist. Well, I don't know how this game plays. It's definitely going to be interesting to look up how much value this game has online. Like I said, I don't know if this is all its contents, but it is definitely a really nice find, whether it is or isn't. Because, I mean, just help finding a lot of discs. It always amazes me how many of these MS-DOS games I find these days. Like, I mean, a lot of times, you know, this stuff was pretty freaking hard to find. It's just amazing how there's people who actually took care of this stuff. Actually, probably just keep those out. It really does. I just find it so fascinating how there's actually people that took care of this stuff. It leaves me hope that our future games have a chance of surviving somehow, even how bleak it may seem. But yeah, and I like how it comes in a little folder. It kind of makes you feel like the whole Carmen San Diego thing going on now. But yeah, I just amazed how it comes with a fat ass book. It's used in this game. That seems crazy. I'm not quite sure how everything originally fit in this box. It has like a really weird cardboard piece here. I'm not quite sure if it was meant to like keep the book from crushing it or something. But go ahead and slide that all in. Either way, you're going to find a nice little home on my shelf. You're a very nice pickup, and I hope some people can appreciate you. And it even has some pretty good color in the screenshots though, so it's a pretty lovely old DOS game now. It has some minor wear on it, but it is in pretty decent condition, to be honest. Speaking of condition, I did get something randomly because it was cheap as hell, $2. And it's in horrible condition, but it's Rainbow Six with, it's the Rogue Spear, and it comes with, the Mission Pack Urban Operations in a guide. Nothing too particularly special, really. We'll just go, comes with a guide, and manuals for the two games, the game and the expansion. And oddly enough, though, while the original game is open, the mission pack is actually still sealed. So that was actually kind of odd. I don't know if I'll ever really play this. I'm, you know me, I'm not too generally into first-person shooters for the most part. But it seems like it had most stuff. And also, oddly, it has this broken piece here. I don't know if it actually shipped with that. That is weird. I would assume the person just put in there to stabilize all this shit in this box. But who the hell knows? But hey, clever idea to at least help balance it. But yeah, that's an awful condition. Now, I have 2 games here I took Morrissey again on just because they were boxed old games. I don't know why I keep buying these, but it's just so hard to turn away. Boxed old games, man. This stuff's not things you cross over. So, Black Wolf, this is some kind of submarine-like game or something on the oceans. It looks like a submarine game from the pictures there. That it has pretty nice back arts in that, and has pretty bold black. It's pretty simple inside though. It just has a little Win software thing. Comes with its discs. It has one regular disc cassette. I mean, when I was a kid, I mainly remember these. I only vaguely, like, Apple IIs were the only thing I played that used these. And it has a manual. It's a pretty thick manual, and it's pretty plain inside. There's nothing too special in there. It's kind of a disappointing little thing, but at the same time, it was really kind of hard to pass up, being, like I said, a boxed DOS game now. It's hard to resist. And there's quite a few weird things here. Now here's something that is like the Sierra games I got. It's an airplane game. Again, it does not have a lot of stuff. Was this actually... Yeah, Path of the Sierra family. So yeah, that would explain why it's kind of like Sierra boxes. Yeah. I really like a lot of the Sierra boxes, which you notice I moved them over there. Gotta look at the little preview thing in the camera. Man, my glasses don't want to stay on my freaking head today. Somebody's gonna comment, it's like, how many times you gonna push your glasses up today? It's pretty bare in here. There's not a lot of stuff. Got a advertisement thing. We'll show that off because it's actually kind of pretty nice and colorful. It's always nice to see little interesting old ads. It's probably one of the few reasons to look at like old things of Nintendo Power. That little need hints. Get hints from Nintendo Power. Also, have good luck using this. Maybe with Sierra's rebooting, maybe they'll actually let me use this just to humor me. Let's see. Please receive. You get a rebate check with it. That's a funny little thing, and it just has regular little old floppy, hard floppies of terminology I need to know the correct floppiest definitions for what floppy like devices we are talking about here. In case you're wondering, problem is this side of my glasses is pretty much crap. I have to fix them all the time, and they're loose, which is what's causing them to slip down. Now this was a really weird find. This was originally sealed. I unsealed it because I was really curious about it, but this is also very oddly titled. Like, looking up on the internet is very odd because it goes by as it's presented on the case, you would think that, but apparently it's called the Ultimate Pinball Amiga, whatever. This game, there's a few YouTube videos of it, but that's about it. It only doesn't look ultimate, but then again, you know, we're talking about a very different time period. The box is phenomenal. I questioned its authenticity even, really, to think it's like real or anything. But from 1994, Epic Games, and yeah, Epic Games. The Epic Mega Games, which was one of the older names. Yes, we're talking about the people who made Gears of War and Unreal Tournament. Shit, this is a part of them. Welcome to history lesson, kiddies. But this is a very bare device, though. It has a very interesting kind of cardboard thing, though. It simply houses the game in two pieces of cardboard right there. Nothing particularly special about the game itself. Then it has a very cartoony manual there. At the end we got a little crown there. And it is in color. Apparently they really wanted to get people to like beta test a lot of their games too. Instructions on backing up, using DOS and stuff. And it has a really long list of advertisement stuff though. Probably not going to really see a lot of it because they're all really small as fucking hell. It'd be lucky if the shit ain't blurry as hell when this gets published for it being so small. But I found it so weird, and apparently there must have been a lot of these or something, because I looked up, because I was curious, because it was before I unsealed it, because I was like, I wonder if this shit's worth any money, if this thing's really this old. But apparently there's a lot of fucking sealed copies of this online. So I don't know, like, how, like, if they just had so many and they wadded somewhere with that. But this is not a whale game, and certainly not whale sealed, even though it's really old. But very odd find now. It was really odd to find a sealed DOS game. Fields of Glory. Now this is another really big box game. It's probably the only one I was actually really interested in now. It's pretty much a strategy game. I always like these cardboard boxes and that they put everything in, but it has a little bag that has all the all the discs in it. It has a pretty nice sized booklet. I can't remember if it was in color. No, it was in black and white, but it has a pretty big and thorough booklet. We got lots of stuff in here. We have a catalog booklet, Star Trek The Next Generation. Let's see, Tetris Classic, Super Tetris. Some weird ass imagery in that Super Tetris. There's a fucking woman eating fire, and I don't even know what the fuck's going on in that image. Let's see, we have World of Tetris. Is this like some World Tetris thing? Chess Maniac 5,000,000,001. I never heard of that at all. What the fuck is that? Looks like a whip off a battle chest. Falcon 3.0 and Operation Fighting Tiger. Let's see. Let's skip some of those. Looks like a lot of war stuff here. We got the NBA action basketball game here. Get it for your computers now. NFL Madden. Iron Helix. Iron Helix sounds familiar from that something. Does anyone know that? That sounds familiar. Let's see, we got the 93 Best Buys. tank game, easy ordering software, got a little card. I never seen lots of game magazines with cards to order games from different stores. We have a troubleshooting paper here. I don't think that's going to work very well with Windows 7, but technical supplement. See, key guide. Isn't this stuff covered in the manual? Or is this like a cheat sheet manual? Because I guess that's a good idea. Cheat sheet manuals are always nice, so you don't have to dig through a giant thing. We have basically having problems card thing, and it looks like there was also a map in here. See, this is why I'm really excited about the indie box, is just finding, like, this is what I really like about a lot of these old games, is just the kind of goodies they put with them. That's why I'm really excited about the indie box. So we got a nice little map here. Looks like we have some football style imagery of some of the battlefields we'll be going in. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm glad to add that one to my collection. Yeah, I like these old little cardboard boxes. Keep everything together. Oh, it probably would help if I put the game in there too. Probably would, wouldn't you think? But yes, that gets a nice home. Sadly, the outer cover does have some signs of wear on it. It looks like it was made to be a bit of a tight fit around this box, just a tad. So it kind of doesn't like going back on very simply. And that should be everything. Yes, that looks like that's everything. Okay. Wow, how long did this turn out to be? Holy shit, this turned out to be really long. I'm so sorry about that, but there was a lot of stuff to show off about it. I really wanted to show the indie box and talk about that, because a few people have asked me about it, and told them, I'm waiting for my first indie box, and I'm really excited to get it. But anyway, news and stuff related to the channels and such. Amnesia has been done. I believe I always said that before, but in case I didn't. Hit's been done. Hyrule Warriors has been done. They're both done from Twitch streaming. They're now live on YouTube. I've been very bad about getting Persona 4 Arena videos up. I've been trying a little experiment this week, and you'll get to see what that is in the next thrifting. The next thrifting episode, you'll get to see what that's about, and why it turned out to be a little time consuming. But I'm planning on trying to get Persona 4 Arena caught up and getting a video out each day. But it's Today I wanted to do recording that. I was hoping to get back to recording, get episode upload and all done that before like 1, but I didn't end up getting back until like 7. So it was obviously really late to get that done, so I missed that shit by a long shot. But I have actually played a little of the new Persona fighting game, but only online with a fan and some random people. I mainly wanted to try Adachi. I'm really liking his play style. But no real actual like normal Let's Plays. I'll probably do some different streams of some different games. But this weekend, I'm mostly going to try and focus on getting Persona 4 caught up and stuff, and on the work days I'm going to do some streaming, because I've talked about that before, because that makes more sense, because a stream doesn't require a lot of work to put together and get set up, and then of course the product of it is already put together on that, so you don't have to like do editing, try to make sure you have the audio lined up as good as you can. And you don't know how much of a pain in the ass is to make sure audio is lined up. Like, and I'm sure there's a dozen spots people can find where the audio sounds like it's slightly off sync. I would be surprised if no one's noticed any, because it's very tricky to keep all the audio, because your recording software and the way you're recording your voice, normally if you're doing live, you're recording them separately, unlike like a live stream where it's recording both of them at the same time. That way you can adjust the levels of the volume of both of them. That's why in a stream, when you're streaming, it's really important to get the levels properly, because there's no fixing it in any editing, because they're all in the same sound channel. So you're screwed if something was too high or too low. But obviously when you're doing live commentary as a normal recording and on Twitch, usually you have them separated so you can adjust that. But a lot of times the issue with that is that the recording and the audio are going at different kind of frame rates, you could say, per second. So depending on your software and that, they could be like the video. What I find is the video is going several seconds faster than the audio after a certain point, and it obviously gets more and more noticeable if you don't adjust it. So a lot of times I have to check points where I'm talking and try to make sure it's matching what I'm saying. And if it's starting to not match up, I have to cut the audio and move it appropriately. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if people found some minor spots where the audio, because it's, I could sit down and watch the whole freaking episode if I really, really wanted to be a perfectionist about it. And I'll admit, I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit lazy not to. But basically, if you want actual content, you wouldn't get any content. You wouldn't get content every day if I did that. And I don't know. It's obviously a subjective opinion. But, I would be really shocked someone commented and said they've never noticed any, like, unsynced parts in the Let's Plays. That would actually be shocking. But, of course, I've never really had anyone complain about it either, so at least I must be doing at least somewhat decent on it. But, yeah, just for normal Let's Plays, I don't have any plans until I get stuff done. And I also want to do some Classic Heroes this weekend. So I have some other videos. Echo the August War has sadly been on the back burner again. I believe the last time I talked about it, I did explain that I was leveling up because, as you can see in the last video, I got my ass handed to me. So I'm grinding some more and trying to improve the characters a bit more. And I gotta refight the one boss again and then get back to that boss. And basically, the underestimating Persona 4's story has greatly wounded that. I can't believe how much story there is. It's crazy. I did not even think this Let's Play would even last 50 episodes, and we're all the way past that. I'm just amazed. It's definitely going to be a very interesting review when I get this game done. It'll be a very interesting review. So, let's see, what else? I did say there was going to be something slightly different in the next Proving Ground Thrifts. It's a little something interesting mixed. It's something that there's a good number of YouTubers who've done. I've known about it for about 4 years, and I've always been slightly curious. And I got encouraged by one of my fans who actually does it to go and try it. And I found some really good stuff today from it. And I'll leave that as a surprise for it, but you'll get to see that. So I'll be doing that occasionally, and it's going to be part of the Proving Ground Thrift show. So anything else? I do still Salt Lake Comic Con stuff. I still do have a little more footage from Salt Lake Comic Con. I need to put together all the photos and video I did for cosplaying. And I do want to do kind of an overview of my positive and negative thoughts of Salt Lake Comic Con, because it was the second year. Feedback's a good thing to give to them. I am going to directly link it or tweet it to them or something. It's going to be a good thing for them because it's what they need. And what I thought, whether it's good, bad, whether you should go to it or not. Trying to think of anything else I might be forgetting to talk about. Contests. I have not done a contest last year, and October just started. I have been planning to do contests. I have a few ideas for something fun, but they need a little more planning, so I might do just more of a generic, usual, but I'm still in the deciding factor. I want to also get another physical contest started too, not just a simple digital Humble Bundle Steam codes or GOG codes or whatever, you know. I do want to do another physical giveaway again. Obviously, I know there's a lot more people interested in physical goods like I am. I know that, but I got lots of Steam codes and stuff. Also, I do have something else to talk about. There is a particular review. I basically been saying I'm going to leave it for supplies. Considering time restraints, I am still going to do it. But I am a bit busy at other things, but I am wanting to still do it. But I will review what I was going to do. So, okay, Hyperdimensional Neptune got a remake on the Vita. And I did say that what's is it on the back here? Idea Factory, yeah. Idea Factory basically actually said I could do reviews, which just shocked me. Because, you know, like I said, I've been trying to get permission from several companies and stuff to use video game footage, and a lot of them have been very hard to contact. And I've even asked Atlas, which I've never even got a reply from. But for the most case, most people have never had a problem really with Atlas aside from DSP as far as I'm aware of. But, you know, I still would love their permission for my main channel. But I was really shocked Idea Factory responded, because for the first thing, you know, Idea Factory only has a very minor presence in the Western world now, because they have their international branch. And this remake was their actual first self-published product. And beforehand, a lot of companies like NIS and Axis and that have been publishing their stuff for over the years. So it was really shocking they responded to me and even said, well, they didn't immediately say it was okay. They wanted to know my channel and stuff. Obviously, probably because, you know, they want to actually make sure I'm going to review something, not be like, I want a free thing or free shit. And I didn't even ask for free stuff. That's another thing that shocked me. I still plan on buying the physical version of the game, and I don't plan on reviewing the game until I get a physical version, because I want to... Oh, bless me. But, I do want to get a physical version of the game for the review, too, of Rebirth, but, they gave me an early copy of the game, a digital code of it. And that was shocking too. But I did play up front that, you know, I don't have a way to record Vita footage aside from using a camcorder or something. And he was saying, well, it's only for reviewing and that. And I told him an idea I would actually love to do is a comparison, because everyone and their mom's going to do a review. But how many people are gonna do a real comparison between the original release and that? So I told him, you know, what I'm thinking is I can obviously record the original game and talk about the things that have changed, improved, might be bad or that. And he said that sounds like a cool idea. And he gave me a code, and I got to play a very small snippet of it before going to Utah and everything crashing again. It seems like every time I take a trip or something, everything just falls behind. Man, having a 40-hour job sucks. But then again, I wouldn't have the money to buy anything then. But it really makes it hard to play a lot of this shit too. So I feel very bad not getting that done, especially with such niceness that they have presented me to let me actually do video reviews of their products. Ooh. Man, it's chilly today. It's really one of the first really cold days in Missouri in a while. But, yeah, they gave me permission to do videos of their games. So I can actually do video reviews of the Record August War, the Neptunes, the Fencer F, Fairy Fencer F game that came out recently. Do first impressions and stuff with them. So I'm so thankful to Idea Factory for letting me have permission to do that. I'm really thankful and very honored because I'm a very small channel. You know, I'm not like PewDiePie huge or anything. So I feel very flattered. And I didn't want to talk about an update, but I was going to talk about in the Full Suppressions video I was going to do of it. Because obviously to do a review, you know, my concept of a review, you have to beat the game. And, well, you know, it's... you know, there's a lot of shit on that plate, so... Though I probably do have better odds of finishing Rebirth than the original Neptunia. But, what was I going with this kid? Oh crap, I lost my train of thought though. Yeah, I wanted to, say, you know, I was given a free code thing to download the game early. I did want to actually say that. Not necessarily because of the Gamergate stuff right out the bat. You know, just to be honest. I mean, you have a right to know, right? At least I think you do, but either way, you know, I wanted to be honest in that way. But I am going to be honest about it, or at least let you know I'm going to be honest. You know, whether you want to believe me or not, it's going to obviously be up to you. But, yeah, I want to also get to work on that. I definitely want to do that before October's over. Because I've always delayed it, and they were so nice to give me that. And the guy wanted to see the review of it, so... But, I'm so sorry about that. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else I can think of that I need to really talk about. I think that's pretty much everything for now. Either way, I want to again recommend, if you're really interested in physical releases, check out the Indie Box. I'm very happy with my first Indie Box for the most part, with only very minor things. And definitely looking forward to future Indie Boxes. It will probably something I'll stay subscribed to, because like I said, I mean, even if you don't like the game, you could probably sell it. I mean, it's a physical limited release of a indie game, and it has goodies and shit. I can probably see some of these going on eBay and stuff very cheaply. Well, I mean, not cheaply, very easily. And they, depending on, you know, the game and stuff, it could get kind of ludicrous in some situations. If people haven't already done that, I'm sure it, I'm sure each box is picking up more and more people subscribing and shit. So I'm sure there's going to be people ordering multiple of these and trying to sell them or like do shit and stuff. I mean, there's tons of people who do that with limited editions. I'm sure somebody's doing it with the Persona 4 Arena sequel. I'm sure there's people doing it with other limited editions. It's nothing new, so I'm sure there'll be people that do that. So luckily, at least for people who miss out, there's still opportunity, but sadly those are usually from resale scum, and as we know about resale scum, most resale scum are scum. But hey. Aside from that, I am trying to get into talks with a few people to actually try and do maybe co-op versus or something with Let's Plays of that. Because Aaron hasn't gotten to come over in quite a long time, to be honest. Mainly because him moving farther away, and he's been trying to look for a job. He's been unemployed all this time, and he's just kind of in a bad spot right now. So hopefully he gets to come over sometime in the coming weeks of that. But I've been wanting to try and do some kind of crossover stuff with a few people. I'm looking at you with Mode RPGs, you busy college student. Ah! But I think that's pretty much everything. Aside from not revealing what I'm doing in my thrift show, in addition to the previous new stuff in the previous episode. So if you have any questions or anything, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of some of the stuff like the indie box and that. And am I the only person who thinks these cards are really big? I mean, they are really freaking big. I was not expecting these to be so huge. They are pretty nice still. They're a little teeny flimsy-ish. They're kind of between now. A little stiff, a little flimsy. They're kind of in the middle though. They'd probably be a little stiffer if they weren't so big. But either way, they're still very nice. But yeah, if you got a comment or something, leave down below. And let me know, good, bad criticism. I'm not here to judge. Say what you will and say what your will says. Just remember, praise the motherfucking sun.